Sup my dudes, Val here. Today we're going to be talking about the buffs that happen with this update. I'm going to try to do this every update. I want to give you guys a couple days at first to play with the buffs and figure out what they were, and then I'll go ahead and talk about it and make a video about it because I am part of the tester team. I do have a big hand in what buffs are actually pushed out and basically suggesting the buffs to Peem, and then Peem decides obviously what buffs to actually push out himself. So we're going to go ahead and talk about what buffs actually got pushed out, what the goal was for the buffs, and exactly what they do, and then I'll showcase some of the buffs for you guys. So let's go ahead, let's talk about the buffs. First off, Ichibei got an overall stat increase, fat stat increase. He gets his full AoE 1 upgrade sooner, and then the circle size on his white mode actually got increased to keep him somewhat competitive with Ichigo Blanco, but Ichigo Blanco still beats him out in terms of white application because Ichigo Blanco has that line, that fat line, that basically makes it really, really good. So next up is Full Hollow Ichigo. Full Hollow Ichigo got an overall stat increase, and he raises his attack much faster. You can now finish his raise attack within the terms of like 110 wave stage. At least I think, right? You should be able to, but it's really, really good. He's able to reach a really high attack stat now, and it hits like an absolute truck if you pair him with a bleed unit. So the the Bloody Hunt team could potentially make a little bit of a comeback via that. So that's nice. Next up is Doflamingo. This is the one this is the whole reason I'm making this video. Is with Dofi, I see a lot of people really confused on what his buffs are. So what happened, what changed with Doflamingo? He now has the Genius tag. Genius allows him to be put alongside these units or be put on a team and get buffed by leader, which I think makes him really relevant and really strong. And I felt like the Genius tag really did actually match him. I feel like of all of these, like Genius actually fits him the absolute best. And then there's also the fact that his last two upgrades, they used to cost 50k and 300k respectively, and now they cost 25k and 150k. The last two upgrades got their prices cut in half basically to make him where you could actually actively use him inside of progressive mode while not taking away that total price tag. He's still very expensive to go ahead and max out, but now he's something that you could actively do inside of progressive mode and not locking him to being just an awful infinite unit. So the next upgrades, or the next buffs, were LR Quincy King, Yuhabak, and then the Explode as well as Superstar. Basically, this is a Quincy team buff, making the Quincy team actually strong. The whole goal of the buffs were basically to make the effort match the power. It's really hard to go ahead and actually grind out all of the Quincy's and get them all evoed. It takes a lot of time, so we wanted to reward the people who are putting the time in to actually actively do that. So, for example, if you go to Quincy King, or let me go ahead and clear my filter, and I go to Quincy King here, you can see Quincy category attack plus 130%, and then Bambi now raises attack until final upgrade. Final upgrade goes back to superpower. And then for the Masculine, he basically is raise attack all the way till final upgrade, and final upgrade is charm. So the whole goal behind this is to go ahead and give them really high attack values by mixing leader LR plus leader along with Yuhabak to go ahead and use like a team of Yuhabak, our Superstar, Bambi, Grimmy, and then leader, and then Dennis for your money. To use this team to go ahead and basically be able to actually stomp content with the Quincy's and make the Quincy's actually pretty good and match the effort it takes to actually get them and evolve them. Anyways, that's just basically the TLDR of the update of the buffs. I want to try to do this. I'm not going to showcase them yet. I might make their own videos. But I want you guys to go play around with the buffs, figure out what all they do. I just want to tell you guys what they are. And I might make these videos after a couple days after every update from now on, because I do like pushing buffs. I think buffing older units and keeping a progressive meta is really good to try to keep the game healthy. So that's definitely something I do want to try to keep suggesting to Peem and keep suggesting buffs for Peem. That way, you know, old units become good. Anyways, thank you guys for watching as always. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.